It's alive! It's alive!
Inside the Lair is coming up next.
Good afternoon, Night Nation. It is Thursday, October 28th, and you are finally inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. He's Kirby, I'm Blair. Yes. And Kirby, first of all, apologies. We didn't get the show out on a Wednesday. Yes. It's a Thursday. We know that.
I just wish you wouldn't have spilled your coffee on the iPad last night.
Well, I was a little jittery, and then I was like this, and I sent an email, and I went, oh no!
All right. Anyways, hey, it's Halloween week, and things are getting spooky.
Creepy.
And there was nothing scarier than our football team. Those players played well on Wednesday last week. They played Wabasha Kellogg and ended up winning 35-8 behind some great offensive performances.
No time for grumpy old men. We went down to Wabasha. And we took care of them, and 0-8 for a reason,
Yep.
And that was a good win for the Knights to cap their regular season.
And I really think it gave them confidence going into that Randolph game earlier this week.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Josh Schmidt against Wabasha Kellogg. 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Evan Brossard, 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Layden Nearson, 108 yards rushing and another touchdown.
Spreading it out, sharing the wealth, a very good team win for the Knights.
Yeah, and Josh Schmidt, because of those 118 yards and 2 touchdowns, was named KW's Athlete of the Week.
Hey, I'm Jet Smith here with Josh Schmidt, Knights football running back, who had a big game this last week against Wabasha Kellogg with 14 carries, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns. How do you feel about that?
It feels good to get a big win like that after, a loss to Randolph. It's a game we really wanted to win, but we got them this Tuesday, so we're looking for some revenge.
Yeah. How did you prepare for this game mentally before?
Just kept telling myself, carry after one carry, just keep moving, trying to get positive yards, trying to help the team.
Yeah. I believe that's it, so thank you, Josh.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks to Jet and AJ for producing that interview. And let's go on to, they played Randolph in their playoff game on Tuesday.
It was a good matchup. We knew this matchup was probably going to happen. We had just lost to them by 21.
Yes.
Everyone in the KW family knew that Randolph wasn't 21 points better. It was a great game. It was a 4-5 typical matchup. It should be that way.
Yep.
It was a really entertaining game, Kirby.
It was a fun game to be a part of. Just it's unfortunate that it ended our season.
4 points.
Ended the careers of some of those, or of all those senior football players. But Brossard led the rushing attack with 56 yards. Schmidt with 35. We really couldn't quite run the ball too well.
And that's the difference, because 2 weeks ago, Randolph really couldn't stop the run. And this week, that's what they keyed on, which allowed our passing game to flourish.
Will Van Epps, 288 yards.
Best game of his
touchdowns.
career. Yep. Best game of his career.
And I just like that, the line blocked pretty well for him, but at the same time, he let his receivers, his playmakers, go and make plays. Just throw it up to him.
The stat that's not on here is 0 interceptions, and that was key. And that had been – interceptions aren't just on the quarterback, but anytime you have a game when you don't have any interceptions, you're going to have a chance to win the game,
Absolutely.
And we did.
And Nearson with 6 grabs, 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. Trevor Steberg back from injury, 2 grabs, 133 yards and 3 total touchdowns.
Yeah, he had a great game coming back. That was really nice to see.
And Alex Vold with a sweet catch over the middle on a post for 33 yards. And Blair, 10 seniors.
Yeah.
All right, 9 players and 1 manager with Luke Almy
Yeah.
are saying goodbye to the football, KW football family. And they were your first 6th graders.
They
when you
were,
started
and
teaching.
my first 7th graders as a football coach, and great kids. They all worked hard. They kind of are a little family within themselves. Such good kids. It was really tough on Tuesday night to know that it's over. It was emotional for the players, and I think for some of us coaches too. We're not going to be on the field together anymore.
Football's interesting. You can go ahead and play basketball when you're 35.
Yep.
You can keep playing baseball after high school. But football, as soon as that last game is finished, you're
It's
pretty
over.
much done playing
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, so it was tough to see those guys' career end, but I think they can all say that they played one of their best games of the year to finish it.
I just want to say, not pictured in that senior picture there was Josh Schmidt, but a pretty cool picture nonetheless. Let's move on to volleyball. Volleyball is
Absolutely.
still live with their first playoff game tonight versus the Wolverines from Glenville Emmons, but they had a tune-up game on Monday versus the ZM Cougars.
Yeah, and ZM, kind of took it to them. They won 3-0. A lot of things happened. There were some injuries during the match. Emotions were high, it being senior night.
Yep, absolutely.
And again, seedings were already established at that point. So, different teams have different ways of approaching those types of games.
Yep.
I think the Knights are going to be ready for tonight. And then after that, I think it gets much harder. But the Knights team, I would say, is one of the 3 teams that's going to walk out of this section.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Josie Quam with an ankle injury. Hopefully she's getting better as each day moves on. But we do play tonight. We ended up getting the 3 seed, BA the 1, Mabel Canton the 2. And we're just wishing and hoping that we can make this go as long as we can.
Yeah, and when you get to that point, when you're playing the 2 seed or the 1 seed, you're in a neutral site. So you take that equation out, that home court advantage. Knights had the best QRF of all those teams. Kind of surprising they were the 3 seed.
Well, and the Knights, they will play at home tonight, and if they win, then we will be playing Saturday. Not sure the time, but we'll be playing in Rochester.
Yeah, should be fun.
All right, good luck to the girls. All right, we're going to take a little time to thank our sponsors for this week's show. It's the Kenyans Veterans Organizations. Take it away.
We'd like to thank the Kenyan Veterans Organizations for serving our communities. The Kenyan VFW Post 141, the Kenyan American Legion Post 78, the Kenyan Color Guard, and the Kenyan Auxiliary are all proud sponsors of KW schools. These organizations provide many services to our communities, including the Rose Fest, Field of Flags, sponsoring the American Legion baseball team, donating to fundraisers, and school field trips like Eagle Bluff, and so much more. They are a core part of our community and help us all feel connected. Thank you for continually supporting our communities and for the sacrifices you have made along the way.
I'm Lucas Brazina, and you're Inside the Lair.
Welcome back. Thank you to our sponsors, the Kenyan Veterans Organization. The KWFA is selling fruit again. Have you bought any?
No, I haven't.
Oh, darn. All proceeds help the FFA to sponsor their trips and team apparel. If you're wanting to purchase some fruit, contact an FFA member today.
Miss Quam's FCCLA is back at it with another service learning project. Carrying an annual tradition, the group of leaders went door to door handing out bags for their 2021 food drive. Here's the FCCLA with more information.
The Kenyan Wanamingo FCCLA members are coordinating a food drive this year. Bags were delivered to Homes in Kenyan last weekend. Please donate whatever you can and place this grocery bag on your front steps for pickup on Saturday, October 30th by 9 a.m. All food donations will be delivered directly to the All Seasons food shelf in Kenya. If you would like to make a monetary donation or donate a large amount of food or livestock to our drive, please contact Stacy Quam at 507-789-6186. Thank you for helping to make a difference in the lives of many individuals and families in our community.
Halloween is this weekend, and the Wanamingo Commercial Club will be celebrating Halloween on Main Street this year on Saturday, October 30th from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Dress in your costume a day early and enjoy the fun with the businesses on Main Street in Wanamingo.
Kenyan Wanamingo will be holding Trunk or Treat this year. Wanamingo is scheduled for Saturday, 10:30 to 12 noon. at Riverside Park in Wanamingo. Canyon is scheduled for Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. at Depot Park. Volunteers are needed to decorate their trunks of their vehicle and pass out candy to the little ones. For more information, check out the Facebook page.
Throwback to Mr. V, the original Xbox turned 20 years old last week. If you own that bad boy, chances are you remember hooking up System Link with your buddies. Did you ever have the original Xbox?
No, I'm a PlayStation guy.
Ah, bad.
Yeah. The KW Band is planning a fun night at Holden Lutheran Church in November with what they are calling Cemetery Stories. Enjoy an evening of riveting stories highlighting unique historical figures of the KW area. The evening will feature music, acting, and food prepared by KW musicians. It will be a night that entire family can enjoy that will help send band students to Nashville and St. Louis this spring. Alex was able to catch up with Miss Larson for more information.
Hello, I'm Alex Lee. I'm here with Claire Larson, our KW band director, and the Cemetery Stories is coming up in November. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, well, thank you for publicizing this on Inside the Lair. The Cemetery Stories is a new fundraiser that we have for the Kenyon Wanamingo band students who are raising money to go on their trip to Nashville and St. Louis. We've decided to host this event on Monday, November 15th at 7 p.m., and we are holding the event at Holden Lutheran Church. And so we really hope to have a great turnout from our community.
Yeah, who are some figures that are being highlighted in this?
Yeah, I wanted to also mention that we are selecting people from the Holden Cemetery that have been buried there, and they are historical figures in the Kenyon and Wanamingo communities. And I'd like to list a couple of the names here. So we have Niels Moose, Mel George, Owen Musher, Sister Anna Huseth, Borgny Foss, and Don Flum. So those are the 6 people that we will be acting out and sharing their unique stories with our audience.
Very cool. Who are some band students that are involved in this?
Great question. We have about 10 students involved. Some of these students kind of cross over between band and choir and speech. Aaron Kylo, Louis Brimehurst, Elliot, of course, Sophia, Ashley, Ezrin, Sydney, and Evie Scheffler. So we have quite a few students involved. And another thing I'd like to share is that we're going to have like hot apple cider and cookies, and we just really want people to come out and enjoy the evening with the band students at 7 o'clock on November 15th.
Very cool. Does this cost any money?
Yeah, it's a great question. We're really just doing a free will offering. So please publicize to friends and family to come on out and support the band students with the free will offering at our Cemetery Stories.
Okay, thank you very much. See you later. Elliot is back on the show this week with some hallway trivia. This week is all about money. Do you know who's on the $100 bill?
Benjamin.
Oh, take it away, Elliot.
Hi, I'm Elliot Olson, and this is the Hallway Challenge. This week, it's all about the Benjamins. Let's go.
Who is on the $1 bill?
George Washington.
Correct. Who is on the $1 bill?
George Washington.
Correct. Who is on the $2 bill?
The $2 bill?
The $2 bill.
I have no idea.
That's incorrect. Who's on the $2 bill?
Okay.
Incorrect. Who is on the $5 bill?
I don't know.
All right, never mind. Who's on the $5 bill?
Abraham Lincoln?
That is correct. Who's on the $10 bill?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Who is on the $10 bill?
Oh, George Washington.
Incorrect. Who's on the $20 bill? Incorrect. Who's on the $50 bill?
Michael Vick.
Incorrect. Hey, Mr. Ryan. Who's on the $50 bill? Ulysses S. Grant, correct. Who is on the $100 bill? Your time's out.
As we mentioned in our show earlier this month, Mr. Putt is the chess club advisor, but that is not his only role in our school. He is now the new ESL teacher, and Faith Mealing was able to catch up with him.
Hello, I'm Faith Mealing here with Mr. Putt, the new ELL teacher. Can you tell us some about your background, where you're from?
Yeah, thanks for interviewing me. I am a graduate of Augsburg College. I finished in 2003, and then after changing, because I wasn't on my right path, I went into teaching in 2007. And so I've been teaching since then in many different areas all throughout the metro area.
Cool. What made you want to become a teacher?
To be honest, I've felt like teaching is something I'm naturally into. I was always, as a student, into having conversations with my teachers. I had a lot of great mentors. Mi madre en la escuela, Mrs. Boroff. Yes, some Spanish for you. I also enjoyed my AP World History and American History teacher, Mrs. Kurtz. And so one thing that I also try to teach my students is to find those connections, because just like I can name them, I'd challenge you, KW, which of these teachers is awesome for you? And maybe you'll be a teacher too.
And how has your experience been with KW so far?
It's been awesome being here at KW. As I've been learning my job as an English language learner, I've had a lot of great people help me out. Miss McAnally has been across the hallway, has been awesome. I've had great support from Mr. Boyson and Mr. Ryan. I've had a lot of fun, such as the volleyball competition, with having some fun with Mr. Alerkin and face painting everyone up. And I think that's the best thing about KW. It's a small town area, but it's a great community. I've enjoyed coming here.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Faith. The Holden Youth Group is selling wreaths for the upcoming holiday season. Sales will continue until November 1st. All proceeds go to help the Holden Youth Group as they are planning to attend the National Youth Gathering in Minneapolis this summer.
It's time for this week's senior decision. Evan Brossard has made his decision and swung by into the studio earlier this week. Tell us about it.
Hi, I'm Evan Brossard, senior at Kenyon Wanamingo High School. I have made my post-secondary commitment to RCTC in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm excited to be staying close to home and saving some money. I will be pursuing a job in environmental studies. If I had some advice for underclassmen, I would say talk to Miss Bartholomew, because she knows what she's talking about. I'm extremely excited about my decision to attend RCTC. Go Yellow Jackets.
Congratulations, Evan, on that. The KW Junior High Math team hosted a meet this Monday. They took second place out of 10. Oliver Bauer scored the highest for KW, and Oliver Breyer and Sienna Carroll scoring high as well.
In this week's game segment, Preston hosts the initial game with special guests Miss Ohm and Mr. Kevin Anderson. Take it away, Preston.
What is up, everybody? It's your host, Preston Leniger here. We're going to be playing the initial game. So how it's going to go is I have an initial. For example, the cards are FS. So it's going to be somebody's name that has F and S in it. And we have two teams here, Team 1, Team 2. Team 1, we have Miss Ohm, Vinny, and Jet. Team 2, we got Alex, Mr. Anderson, and Anjuan. So to start out the game, connected to Burt Reynolds, Brooks Koepka, and singer Jake Owen. Its motto in English is strength, kill, character. Located at a state capital. The last one's what's going to give it away. Their nickname translates to runaway or wild one. They wear garnet and gold. Here it is. Francisco.
Kevin, Florida State.
Correct. So this is Team 2, right? Yeah, Team 2 has 1 point. All right, Team 2 is winning 1-0. Now up for a second one. A 1992 romance novel by Sandra Brown that was made into a 1994 TV movie starring Susan Lucci. Was called An Icebox in 1951. Named for its texture. It actually originated in the United States. Connected to Mousse. Eggs, cream, chocolate, sugar, and butter are all ingredients in this classic cold pie.
Oh, Sarah.
All right.
French silk.
Yep, that is correct. That is correct. Third question. Referenced in Jay-Z's Empire State of Mind. Included in Catch Me If You Can. Connected to a mouse named Mike in 2016 Sing.
Alex. Frank Sinatra.
Yes, sir. That is 2-1. Team 2 is winning.
Good job.
Yeah. You just
He was ready to say
I don't know this stuff. I'm not cultured.
Alright, fourth one. Team 2 is winning 2-1. Was involved in a Saturday Night Live Cartier ad parody. Tweak was given one in the 2017 South Park episode titled Put It Down. Can be stainless steel, copper, plastic, titanium, and more. Was a cultural phenomenon in 2017.
Alex, fidget spinner.
Yup.
Bruh.
3-1. Team 2 is in the lead. Utilizes a pet. I'm not going to say that first one. I don't know how to read that. Slang term for a form of diving. Originated 18 to 20 million years ago. Connected to gymnast Gabby Douglas. One of these lived in the fictional town of Frostbite Falls, Minnesota. And they actually glide. They glide.
Alex. Got it. Alex.
We give it to.
It's Alex. He said his name.
Flying squirrel.
Yup, that's 4-1. That's 4-1.
Bruh.
All right, sixth question, still FS, leading 4-1, first 5 wins. So if Team 2 gets this correct, that is the end of the game. All right, have been connected to cases of fraud. Now goes by the acronym SNAP. Participants must meet eligibility requirements. Now commonly called electronic benefit transfers. Participation rose during the 2008 recession. Alright, this one will give it up. Fruits, breads, meats, and more are all benefits of this federal aid program.
Kevin, food subsidies.
Nope.
Sarah? Food shelf?
Nope.
Mr. V.
Mr. V?
Food stamps.
Yes, sir.
Bro, what?
Alright,
That goes
Kirby's
Team
winning.
1.
Kirby's winning. Team 2 gets it. 4-1. Kirby actually has 1 point. Alright. Possibly the last card. Connected to Chris Farley and Pump Up the Jam. Connected to Margaret Robbie in 2017. Connected to the Iron Lotus in 2007. Connected to the Cutting Edge in 1992. Connected to Metals. This has been performed by Scott Hamilton, Michelle Kwan, and Nancy Kerrigan. Kevin.
Figure skating.
Yup. And that's the game right there. Team 2 just won. 5-1. What a wipeout. Hey, and we'll see you next time on the show, which has been your host, Preston Leniger. Let's get it rolling.
That's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you very much. I'm Alex.
I'm Gavin.
And that's it for Inside the Lair.